welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Alessandro here we go. Already, right? Are you ready? We're going to go Alessandro. Alessandro. Ali Moreno, Alessandro Del Piero and Mark Ogden here with me, Kate Murray, to answer your questions. Okay, I got through it.
That was cute.
Okay, let's see if I can keep it up. It's a good day today.
Yeah.
It's a good day today. It is National French Fry Day. So, first question, give us your favourite type of French fry. Normal, curly, sweet potato, waffle, crinkle cut, Belgian, steak, shoestring, etc. Also for us Yanks, what's the difference between chips versus crisps? Alessandro Del Piero, what's your favourite type of fry?
Normal. I don't want to have too many things on top. Normal is the best for me.
I don't believe he actually eats them. I think his body is a temple and he doesn't touch the French fries.
I don't know. I think he's had a French fry here and there. I'm just saying. I tell you what, I do like the normal, but just to go a little outside the box, I'll do waffle.
Oh.
Waffle fries, and if they're from Chick-fil-A, even better.
Oh, nice.
I like some of that.
Bit adventurous. So what's the difference between chips and crisps then, Mark Ogden?
Well, speaking as someone from the UK like yourself, it's not even a debate, is it? Chips are fries and crisps are crisps, basically. So I'm always confused about chips and crisps, but for me, a chip is a fry, and that's just the way it is. There's plenty of the food stuff that we can talk about, but a chip is a fry, and the best fries are sweet potato fries.
Ale, do they serve fries in your restaurant?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Now, here's a question. Did Frank go to Alessandro's restaurant or not while he was in LA?
I don't know. I wasn't there. But, by the way, he texted me and he was checking on me if I was there, so it was very nice. I don't know because you want to come on my expense on my restaurant, probably. But besides that, and I'm not happy because I miss him. I would love to spend some time and talk about all the days.
You know, see, this is when...
I thought maybe he was hiding out the back.
And I don't blame him. Now, here's the other thing. You know, Alessandro just said, I have to reach out to Frank so we can talk. See, there's something wrong about that, Alessandro. If indeed you reach out to Frank, you're not going to talk a whole lot. He'll do the talking. You'll have to do the listening. That's how it works.
That is how it works. All right, question for Alessandro. Do you remember a pre-season game you played against Barcelona in 2005, where you scored, by the way, when a certain Lionel Messi made his first Barca start? Your boss, Fabio Capello, even inquired about taking him on loan. Did you imagine him being so great after that?
I wish that happened. I remember pretty well that time because... in our industry already, many people were talking about Lionel. So it was the first time and the only one actually that I had the opportunity to play against him. And was funny because, at the halftime, it was, at the end of the game, he was doing so well. At the end of the game, I was speaking with my teammates on my defense and say, listen, how is this guy? And listen, guy, it's unbelievable. I tried to hit him to take him down, but I couldn't do it, even that, So it was already something beautiful to see, even in that early age.
All right, next question. Mark, do you think United should give Martial, Rashford and Sancho a go as the top three this season? We know how talented these players are. Surely all they need is some playing time.
Well, they probably will get some time together because there isn't anybody else to play, because Cristiano wants to go, and the other options are, Anthony Elanga, so it's very limited. So they will get game time, but they've had plenty of game time in the past. I mean, Anthony Martial has had probably more game time than anybody else, probably 6-7 years now. I think Marcus Rashford deserves a second go at it. I think he deserves a chance to prove that the last 18 months aren't his best form. And Jadon Sancho is still bedding in. He's been there a year, but yes, they will get time. But I do think that Anthony Martial is It's like one of those cats, isn't he? He's probably on his 7th out of his 9 lives now, but he's still there. And he did well against Liverpool in that first game in pre-season in Bangkok, but we can't judge him on that. Please don't judge him on that, because that was just a game in a freaky situation, crazy temperature, crazy scenes, and it's not a game you can base a player on for the next season and a half.
I'm assuming there's a big difference between that pre-season Lionel Messi in 2005 and some of these pre-season Manchester United players that Mark's just been talking about.
Yeah. It's funny when people say all they need is playing time and all they need is repetition. And okay, well, how much more playing time do they require? Marcus Rashford has played plenty for Manchester United, and so has Jadon Sancho. It's been a year, and clearly so has Anthony Martial. And I would suggest the people that are saying, well, Jadon Sancho's just still getting used to Manchester United. Okay, maybe, but when you have a successful player and one that fits in, that guy is going to make a difference right away. Look at Luis Diaz at Liverpool. He didn't take any time to get used to his surroundings and playing and having an impact. And I know every player is different, but I think all these players have had plenty of time already.
Question for you next,
Are you okay? Are you going to make it through this?
No. You wouldn't think I've just done a whole show of it either, would you? I think I've run out of my lives.
So what's the difficulty?
Okay.
So
because I want to just say Ali Moreno, which I should just say, but then I start to think I'll say Alejandro, and then it turns into Alessandro.
Okay.
So I'm just going to say Ali Moreno.
Okay.
Do you think Barca will be competitive in La Liga, Champions League next season after they complete the signings of their remaining targets, such as Lewandowski, Koundé, and Azpilicueta?
Well, yeah, sure. If they complete all of the signings and all these targets, and everybody shows up in the locker room, and they don't take any time to get used to being the new surroundings, and they played well together, then surely, yes, Barcelona will have an opportunity. But there are a lot of ifs there, and we're yet to see whether Barcelona is going to be able to pull this off. I have no idea financially how they're going to do it, but assuming that they do so, yes, they will be a very good team.
I'm not even going to say your name, but the next one's for you.
Okay.
All right. While Barca are still working on incomings, Madrid looks so calm so that not a single transfer news other than preferable departures. Do you think that Madrid still needs at least one more signing in attack, or are they okay with what they have right now?
I think they need one more player that could take the position of Karim Benzema if he goes down injured, if you're managing his minutes, somebody who is a credible goal threat, or at the very least somebody who can step in and do the job for a couple of games at a time. Not to the level of Benzema, but at the very least somebody who's much more so than just a warm body, which is what they got from Luka Jovic. They need an upgrade to that, and somebody who can do the job if Benzema is not available.
Alessandro, do you think Barcelona and Real Madrid will be competitive in the Champions League next season?
Listen, I agree in everything that Alex, Alejandro, or how you want to call Mr. Moreno with you there. I agree completely in everything, even especially if definitely have to be signed some players, Barcelona, from my point of view. But I also agree what he said about Real Madrid, because Benzema is coming from an amazing season, but we need to consider in everything, in all these pictures, that we have the World Cup in the middle. So it will be a very weird year for the big and top players. Everybody are looking, including Benzema, for the last chance to win the World Cup. So that we're gonna put a lot of effort, physical and mental, effort in order to achieve that goal. So the rest of the season could be interesting and it could be different than what we're supposed to have in a normal season, let's say like this.
It's a question for Alessandro.
Hey.
Ale.
Woo.
Alessandro Del Piero.
Yes.
Del Piero. Question for you, Ale. Who was the craziest teammate you ever played with during your career? Cassano, Gattuso, anyone else?
You pick already two big guys. I mean, definitely a little bit more crazy Cassano, yes, because it's very unique personality, and Rino Gattuso was another one, but Rino was also very, very focused on what he had to do. On the other side, Antonio, I think he wasted some opportunity because of his behavior, but we had a good time together. I mean, nothing bad to say to either of them, especially with Rino that we won the World Cup.
And there it is. And let me just drop that right there.
I know. Any crazy things they did during your time with them, though, that you can tell us?
Nothing that we can say in television.
I always remember Cassano getting told off at Real Madrid by Capello and him making him do laps on his own of the pitch. And he wasn't taking it seriously. He was just waving to all the media like it was hilarious, So, yeah, crazy Cassano. Great stories about him. But as Ale said, many that cannot be told on air.
I'm sure he's had a French fry or two.
Well, you said that. All right, for Mark, who do you think City will miss more this season? Sterling, Jesus or Fernandinho?
Oof, that's a good question. I'd imagine that people would expect to say that Sterling or Jesus, but I think Fernandinho, at peak Fernandinho, they definitely miss. But I think they can live without Sterling and Jesus. As good as they are, I do think that they brought Haaland in. They're not going to miss Jesus' goals, and they've got so many options on the wide positions. They've got Mahrez, they've got Phil Foden, they've got Bernardo Silva. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne plays that wide. I think that they'll cope quite easily without Raheem Sterling, and I think that they'll do the same without Jesus. I think Calvin Phillips is a good replacement for Fernandinho. I don't think they'll miss him massively, but I think of those two players, the one who'll leave the biggest hole is probably going to be Fernandinho.
I tell you, Mark was building up, right? He was saying peak Fernandinho, and then he listed the reasons as to why they wouldn't miss Jesus, why they wouldn't miss Sterling, and then they say, well, Calvin Phillips is a pretty good signing in place of Fernandinho, so yeah, they're not going to miss any of these three players.
They've had a good summer. They've had a very good summer, Man City. They have done some fantastic business. And if Nathan Ake goes to Chelsea as well, I mean, you're talking about they'll have made a profit on their transfer dealings, a big profit, and they'll have brought in two great players and maybe more. So I think Man City's done brilliant business this summer.
All right, last question. Alessandro Del Piero, other than Juve, at which other club did you enjoy the most?
Well, definitely, I made my debut in the professional football, so with Padova, and where I spent, 5 years in the youth, and that's the approach into the real football. Of course, my heart is my little town when I start with my friends, my school friends, in San Vendemiano. That is a very small country with 5,000 people. That is everything started there. Okay, and then after that, for sure Padova, because I saw the first time the big stadium, and I played with professional players. I was training with them. I made a debut and I scored my first professional goal. So that a good time. 13 till 18 years old is incredible period for a boy.
And how was Australia, Ale?
Australia was great. I had an incredible experience, and was 2 years very full of everything. I mean, for me, change a lot. Australia is 24 hours from Italy by flight, so in the South Hemisphere, where they speak a language that I used to, till now, not speaking very well. And the other side, they are driving on the right side, that is opposite on what I used to do. And it's winter is in August, where I used to go to make a bath on the ocean or the sea. So it was very different, everything, very opposite, not only different, opposite. So it takes a while to understand what's going on, but I had incredible experience because they welcome me in an amazing way. I was, super adopted by everyone in Australia. We spent a good time with my family. We play in all sold out stadium, and it was a big movement, and we had a lot of fun.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of fun as well.
I don't know what's more exciting, to think of Alessandro Del Piero running around in Australia or him at Padova. Did you see the twinkle in his eyes, the sparkle in his eye, talking about his time on Padova and his first professional goal? Oh, man. Little did we know that this guy would become the player he became. Huh? Alessandro Del Piero, much better than Alejandro Moreno, let me tell you that much. I'll get that right.
Well, and you got the names right, which is more than I did tonight.
Thank you.
I've had a stinker.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.